two. Down to one. It's James. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on being for real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, joined today by young Julian, aka the Chosen One. How you doing, Jay?
Yo, all good, Tom, man. You know, just blessed, bro. How you doing?
Blessed, dog, blessed. Football season is upon us, but y'all know I had to get some basketball talking with young Julian because the USA team is out here. They whooped on Puerto Rico for the first game. I think we won by like 30 points, right?
Yeah, that was light work.
Light work. There's tougher tests to come. There's a bunch of tougher teams. I don't know who we play Saturday and Sunday, tomorrow and Sunday, but this weekend we got a big weekend. And I just wanted to dive into this USA team with you because it's a lot of fan favorites on there. And I think the team is pretty good, but Gilbert Arenas basically shot at him like, yo, this team is a bunch of nobodies, dudes off the bench. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, wait, Gilbert is out of pocket to me. But I want to hear how my boy, young Julian feels about Gilbert Arenas' take on the USA team.
Well, first of all, I'll just say Gilbert Arenas, bro, he's doing exactly – he's hypocritical because all he's basically saying is like, oh, I want the Adidas guys. So that's his pure argument, I feel like. With him saying they're like the F team, like, I don't know, man. But I kind of agree with them because, like, you got to think we got, like, Hall of Fame players right now that are just, like, not worried about Team USA and they're trying to win championships for their respective teams. So, like, this group of guys, though, they're okay. But I think that what happens is like the USA opportunity gives these guys like Brunson, Anthony Edwards, even Austin Reeves, you know, our favorite for the Lakers fans, like these guys, it gives them that opportunity to really go out and like maybe they aren't the best in the NBA, but then they have like a notch because like that USA basketball is a different style. You're playing against European players, you know what I mean? You're playing against these teams from all over the world. So I think it gives them a chance to be like, okay, I can get a stripe and show how good I am above a lot of the other NBA players because, you know, these guys, they might be on teams where they just don't have a chance to win a championship. And then they also go out there and try to win gold. So overall, I think that the team is good enough to win gold, like medal. I think they're the best team right now in the field. But I do agree kind of with Gilbert Arenas in the sense that we have a lot of like higher level players that are just in the NBA that don't even want to deal with Team USA right now.
And I agree with him on that point. I agree there are better players that could be out there. But I also think, like, bro, I think he went a step too far when he said a lot of these dudes don't even see the starting lineup. I'm like, I'm pretty sure most of these dudes is starting on their team. I think, honestly, bro, what we're seeing is we're getting old, bro. And the players that we, like me and you grew up watching they're still the man out there. But this isn't the first time. It's not like it's not the Olympics already. So like it's not like it's FIBA. So like we've seen this before we've seen this before where I wouldn't say nobody's, but the tier 2 players sign up to kill it. And I think we can still get away with the gold. But we got players like Brunson he's getting the max, you know. There's a lot of players. Yeah. Honestly, the team as it's put together is a bunch of young dudes that can play some good defense. Got some scorers out there. That's the only thing I would say we're
like it's two all-stars, right? It's Jared Jackson because he's the defensive player of the year. Yep. So like that's right there. That's our best defensive player in the year of the NBA. So
in the
NBA,
right
there, he's a good player. Who's the other all-star? Who am I not thinking about? Anthony Edwards, right?
Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. So actually, Halliburton was an all-star too, but I think it was an alternate. Oh, yeah. I think it was an alternate though. He got in because someone was injured.
Okay. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, yo, Jay, that's it, dog. Jay said, yo. Cool. Jay said, oh, okay. Yo, that nigga's cold, bro. He played for the Pacers. That's why.
He's good, bro. He's good. He's good. I respect him, but Austin Reeves is killing, man.
Yep. And all he did, bro. And you could tell, bro, niggas ain't passing him the rock either, bro. He just whenever he get it, he just goes to work. But I've been watching like their practices and stuff. That nigga ain't getting the basketball, bro, unless he's on a fast break.
Nah. But I think well, Anthony Edwards is probably like he's supposed to be the best player, but Brunson right now is dominating, bro.
Yeah,
Brunson is just dominating.
definitely.
And
And
it's
he's
only been
also
one game, you know what I'm saying? It's been one game, so we'll see what
yeah,
happens in the next ones. But I think they're gonna win it. I think they're good enough to win the whole goal.
I agree, especially because the point you pointed out, Jaren Jackson is was defensive player of the year this year. So like it's not like
Yeah.
defending the rim. The only thing I would say that we're missing is that true scorer, like that dude who could really give you 30. I don't see it really. I mean, Brunson.
But I like what about Brandon Ingram?
Oh, I was just gonna say that Brandon Ingram, he about to shine because he's that only other
Yeah,
dude that's a bucket, like a walking but besides
right.
Brunson. But Brunson got to work a little harder than Ingram.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that these guys, like, if you look at their NBA careers, like, they were like number one guys, but then they couldn't be like the number one guy on their team. Like, LeBron came through and Brandon Ingram had to leave. You feel me? Like, so
Very true.
he had to go. He had to go to the Pelicans, where it's like they're not really winning championships. So like this right here is their stage to win the championship. Is what I'm trying to say. Like this is their opportunity. Like guys like my favorite player, like Melo, certain players that have played for USA, like this is the time when they know what it feels like to be a champion. So I think they take it serious, bro.
Yep, and I like it for all of them because they're tier 2 players, but this will give them
Mm-hmm.
more of a household name just playing for USA.
Mm-hmm.
And you already see them like players like Mikal Bridges. He needs this. Players like him that are
Yeah.
kind of on the rise, they need this. I like that Josh Hart. He's not really. He's like tier. So he's lower. Josh Hart,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a good
Yeah,
piece to have on the team for defense, though. Like I
yeah,
like
good
Josh
glue
Hart.
guy. He's a good glue guy. He's a good hustle glue guy, man.
It,
For
it's a
real.
good team. It's a good solid team. I think is it Kerr and Tyronn who's coaching Tyronn Lue Kerr,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Kurt Tyronn. Is it Mike Brown or am I tripping?
Let me see. I think
Mike
it's Mike
Brown's
Brown.
on.
Yeah, but I think it's a good team altogether, and I think we will win the
Mhm.
gold. I can't wait to
Yeah.
watch them this weekend. Um, but let's get to what me and you have been arguing about for the past week. So
Okay.
they've been doing these who's better on Instagram, and I posted
Mhm.
like who's had a better who's a better player, who's had a better career, Iverson or Dwayne Wade. And I don't think the question was better career. I think the question was who's
Mhm.
better, period.
Mhm.
And we were
Yeah.
split on this. We were pretty split.
Yeah.
After having some time to sit back and think about it, I still believe, Jay, that Dwayne Wade is the better player at basketball. Basketball. Fans,
No, no,
let
no,
me know how
no.
you feel in the comments. Jay, how do you feel? Let everybody know who's the better player, Iverson or Wade, and give your argument.
Well, I think the argument is over because you said better basketball player. Like that's over. Like Dwayne Wade has had probably you could say a better career, a more attractive career with the championships and the accomplishments that he's had. But Dwayne, I mean, Allen Iverson didn't play on any team close to the level that Dwayne Wade played on at the peak time when it was time to win the championship. The
Okay.
closest one I'll give him is like when he played for Denver and he had Melo and all those guys on the team. Like that was probably his best team to win a championship. But like basketball player, like oh man, like Allen Iverson pound for pound versus Dwayne Wade, like who's a better basketball player? Allen Iverson to me by far. Like
Oh my
he's
gosh.
just way
Okay.
tough. He's tougher. He's tougher.
Oh, all right.
The only thing I'm gonna give Dwayne Wade better is probably defense, and maybe he's like a better dunker. You know what I mean? Like a dunker.
Maybe?
But it,
Jay, maybe.
like bro, look. Okay, so let me just say this. Look, Allen Iverson is shorter than Dwayne Wade, right? Am I
Okay.
correct? Okay, and
So his
Allen
dunk
Iverson
was
is
cooler. It's like a
dunking on
dunk on
guys
his head.
at that height. Iverson is catching bodies at that height.
Did he? Okay, but Iverson, you can count on one hand how many bodies this nigga caught in his career.
Go look at Iverson in his early years when he first got into
His
the league,
first
bro. He
year,
was
okay, before he had the braids, he caught a couple bodies. I got you. But Dwayne Wade
okay.
was putting people in caskets his entire career, dog. His
Okay, like I
entire
said, he's a
career.
better dunker. Dwayne
Oh,
Wade's a
of
better
course,
dunker. I'm
okay.
not
So we
saying
won't get hung up on
he's a
that. You
better
gave him
dunker.
that. But Jay, let me
Yeah.
say this. We're saying you're saying better player. And
Yes.
I think what we're trying to say about Iverson is, and we both agree, a better one-on-one player. I don't think he's a better basketball player than Dwayne Wade. And you say, okay, so Jay, you say it's because the team, Dwayne Wade had a better team, but I think that's a testament to Dwayne Wade being a better player that players wanted to come play with. He
No, he
helped
played for the
LeBron get
Miami
his
Heat.
first ring.
He played for Miami Heat. Miami Heat's been getting championships. That's an organization that wins championships. That's
Okay,
a powerful organization.
so bro, he didn't come there and give them their chip. He didn't give
No,
he didn't get
Dwayne Wade
Alonzo a
definitely
chip.
listen, but you're comparing him to Iverson. Like Iverson played for the Sixers. Like the Sixers used to win championships like in probably the '60s, maybe. Like I'll give you that, but come on, bro. Like the Heat has gotten Hall of Fame players year after year after year, bro.
Okay.
You feel me?
And they had Pat Riley. You could say that. You could say they had Pat.
Thank you.
But I think this is the reason why Dwayne Wade in his career became a better Allen Iverson, he's kind of one and I love Iverson. Fans, I'm not trying to hate on Iverson, but he was
He
kind
did
of
more with less.
He was a one-trick pony, bro. He just scored. He just scored the basketball. That's it. He just scored it.
Listen, bro. Look what he played with when he took that team to the championship. He had Matt Geiger, Mutombo, Larry Hughes, Eric Snow,
McKee,
Andre McGee,
Tyrone Hill,
Theo Ratliff. You feel me?
And let's not forget, Dikembe Mutombo was like defensive player of the year type caliber when he played with Iverson. Like, come on, man.
Okay, I'll give you that. But listen, bro, like he took that team to the championship. Like, what Dwayne Wade just won a championship. So like I'll give him that. Like he has a better career overall, like with the championship.
I just won, Jay. You won 3.
He got three. So I'll give him that. You know what I mean? Like I respect him for that. Like in his time, there was nobody better than Dwayne Wade in his time. But you got to think about the era that Iverson played in and the guys he was way better than. He was the second best player in the NBA. He was Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson. Or some people could say Shaq and Allen Iverson. Whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? But come on, bro. Like, I mean, he's like 6'4", right? Allen Iverson's like 6'4", 6'3".
If that. He was, yeah.
Okay, Dwayne Wade is like 6'4", 6'5", right?
Dwayne Wade was for sure a bigger player. And Iverson honestly, for what it was, Iverson took that team and put him on his back, and he didn't really give the Lakers much trouble, but he was a scoring leader of that season, won a scoring title. I don't think Dwayne Wade's ever won a scoring title. So you could I'll give Iverson that he was a better
Rookie of the year.
He got Rookie of the Year. But did Dwayne Wade not get Rookie of the Year too? Did he not? I don't know. He had a wild rookie year, bro. But I don't remember if he got Rookie of the Year. I'm not gonna say. I know Iverson did, and Iverson won a scoring title. So what I can give Iverson is he was a better scorer, one-on-one player, better one-on-one player than Dwayne Wade. But like, you got to think about it, dog. Dwayne Wade.
So who's a better player? He's a better scorer and a better one-on-one player. He's a better player.
Dwayne Wade had a longer career, more accolades. I don't know if he had more All-Stars appearances. I don't know. I would have to look that up if he had more All-Star appearances. But he had a longer career. Iverson, after his run.
Iverson, he was the same year as Kobe has got drafted, right? 96. Iverson came in 96, right?
Yep, same year as him. Ray Allen came in that year.
If Iverson went to the Lakers or to like a championship team, like even the Spurs at that time, like they probably would have got more years out of him because he wouldn't have to, you know what I mean? He would have been a better player with like a better system. But Dwayne Wade was fortunate to go to where he went to. I'm not taking it from him. Like he's a guy that because he came from Marquette. So the thing about Dwayne Wade was like he didn't go to North Carolina, Duke, or any of these big colleges. Like he's like an underdog. So nobody thought he was going to be what he is. You know what I'm saying? So like his whole story is definitely underdog, like takeover shit. But I give it to him, bro. His career overall, like if you look at his trophy case and you look at AI's trophy case, for sure, Dwayne Wade's got way more hardware. You know what I mean? He's blaming over there. You know what I'm saying? But I think if you just take away, if you look at basketball is a team game. So if you look at them one-on-one, like at their peak times, like when they're both at their peak prime times, who's better? I go with Iverson.
Okay, so and you might have me there. That's a good thing to bring up. At their peaks, at their primes, who was better? I would have to say Iverson because there was no one really touched. Like you said, it may have been Shaq. That was better than Iverson when he took them to the finals to play the Lakers. And if it wasn't for the Lakers stacked team, Iverson might have got him one. If you know what I mean, he might have got him one. And he crossed his idol as a rookie. You know, he crossed up Jordan. Like that's historic. And as far as as far as changing the game, I have no argument in that. There's a lot of things where I don't want fans to think that I'm hating on Iverson because Iverson was that boy. He changed the game. Like he had people wearing headbands and arm sleeves. You know what I'm saying? Cornrows. I literally got cornrows and a headband because of Iverson. Like literally. So I can't do that. But let me ask you this, because there's another player that changed the game, and why do I feel like I know your answer? Who?
Can I say something real quick? One more thing about Iverson, real quick. Iverson was the #1 player out of high school for football and basketball. So like his athletic, like he's been the #1 boy since high school. Like Dwayne Wade wasn't not that, bro.
Absolutely,
Dwayne Wade was not that. You know what I'm saying?
And fans, if you haven't checked out Iverson's football highlights as a quarterback, he played quarterback. Check him out at quarterback. This boy, he probably could have went to the NFL at quarterback too, because he was, like you said.
I think he still owns the Virginia State record for kickoff return yards and touchdowns. I'm pretty sure he has.
That is wild, bro. Like Iverson was a freak athlete for real. But what I wanted to ask Jay, because Iverson changed the game, there's another player that we talk about often that changed the game, Steph Curry. Okay, so if he's better than Wade, right? Would you also say Allen Iverson is a better player, basketball player than Steph Curry? Like, Jay, you fell for it. Jay, no. I can't believe you hate Curry this much, dog. What does the nigga have to do?
Listen, hold on. Let me say my answer. I'm gonna have to go with Curry. I'm gonna have to go with Curry.
Okay, all right, Jay. I almost exploded.
I'm gonna give Curry that. Only because I'm gonna say this because like when Curry comes across half court, he's spraying. Like Allen Iverson he doesn't have that range.
He doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? So
he said he's spraying.
Attacker, like if you look at attacking the basket, Iverson was they're almost the same height, right?
Yeah. I think Curry might have him a little bit. Iverson was slight, bro. He was kind of small. Like Iverson might have been 6'2", I feel like, at the tallest, bro. Like they give you a couple inches, but he wasn't really like Iverson. I feel like but that's more respect to him because, like you said, he was piping on fools.
Yeah.
At that height, and he wasn't buff or nothing. He was skinny. You know what I'm saying? So that's wild. And I'm shocked. I try to get you, Jay, because I know how much hate you throw at Curry. But we agree that Curry is a better player than Allen. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say this because the last year when Curry took that team by himself, that's like equivalent where like Iverson didn't take the team all the way.
Yep, I agree.
So Curry got that, bro.
Last year definitely. If anybody had any questions, we've talked about Curry. If anybody had any questions about Curry, last year he proved. Well, no. Excuse me. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, he proved a lot of haters wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, we're gonna go to our final topic, and it is top 5 shooting guards of all time. That's something else that I put up on my page, and I got a lot of responses from the fans. Everyone, if you want to, drop in the comments your top 5 shooting guards of all time. But we're gonna hear JP's and mine as well. JP, top 5 shooting guards all time.
Okay, and so me and Tone talked about this before the episode. Like with Allen Iverson, I put him as one of my point guards, so I'm not gonna put him in this list. But so my top shooting guards of all time is definitely Kobe Bryant, number 1. Michael Jordan, number 2. Tracy McGrady, number 3. Manu Ginobili, number 4. And then Reggie Miller, number 5.
Oh, wait. So Dwayne Wade clearly is not on the D Wade is not on the list. D Wade is not on the list.
He's not on my list.
Oh my gosh, dog. That's okay.
I could take him out for Reggie, but like personally because like I'm from Cali, you know what I'm saying? So Reggie being like a Cali boy.
Absolutely. Pasadena boy, right? Pasadena boy?
Riverside Poly.
Riverside, excuse me. Riverside. So in another Jay, so there's a couple surprises on your list that we got to talk about.
Yeah, what?
This is unpopular because I'm Lakers all day, but it's Kobe over Jay? Is it just because we Lakers?
No. Do you want to get into why Kobe's better than Jordan, or do you want to hear my top 5 shooting guards? Like I can tell you why Kobe's better than Jordan, and everybody wants to hate on it, but he's the evolution. He's the better, newer, young. Like when you have the old Ferrari or the old Porsche, like that year 19 whatever Jordan was, and you have the newest one, that shit blowing it out the water. Like the technology, everything. Like he's better. So like just because Jordan won more championships does not mean he's better than Kobe in my opinion. So, like, I can go into more detail, but definitely
We
Kobe's
could
man
be
is
here all
like,
night talking about that. And I respect it. I
yes,
respect it. The other surprise
yes.
that I have, Jay.
Oh,
I've never even heard him thrown in there, but it makes sense. Manu Ginobili in the top
yes,
5. Wow.
yes, yes.
No Dwayne Wade, but a Manu? So Manu.
Bro.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, Dwayne Wade would probably be my number 5, but Manu is man. Manu to me is better than Dwayne Wade. Like,
I mess with Manu Ginobili. I never
you know
even
what I'm saying?
thought of putting him in my top 5 though.
Like, think about it. Manu got Kobe a couple times
He did.
for championship.
He
You
did.
feel me?
Oh,
Like, he got Kobe.
and if
Like,
we
you know
talk
what I
about
mean?
hardware,
So
and if we're talking about hardware, Manu got it.
he
Manu
got
got
rings.
the hardware, bro.
What does he have? 3 or 4?
Manu Ginobili.
He has like
How many did the Spurs have? He had
4, right?
that's 4 or 5. Hold up. He might have 5. He had as many as Tim Duncan.
Wow.
And I think Tim Duncan had the same amount as Kobe. So because they won that one with
Like
Kobe.
Manu kind of brought the Euro step into the NBA.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
Like, nobody was really doing that. He brought that Euro step, and then his little left hand finishes. Like he's spectacular coming from Argentina. You know what I mean? And if you look at like those years from the Olympic teams and stuff, like he was the man on Argentina. Argentina was the best team in the world.
The man, and Manu Ginobili was cold because he was a very free playing player. He played real free and kind of did his thing. But guess who was his coach? Popovich, and he kind of let him do it. That's how you know he's cold, because Pop had a system, and you got to pass the ball a couple times, not too many dribbles, but he was letting Manu get busy. So I love that. And honestly, Jay, I'm later on. I'm not gonna switch my 5 right now, but I have to think about putting Ginobili in that 5. I have to think about it. I like your 5. So say it again for the fans one more time.
Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Tracy McGrady, Manu Ginobili,
Reggie
Miller.
Strong 5. Very strong 5. Let me get fans. Here is mine. It's very close to Jay's, but I agree. If it's my top 5 favorite, I try to argue it, but it's not an art. Kobe Bryant, because it's Lakers all day. Michael Jordan. Fans, y'all can hate if you want. I don't want to hear it. For me, Dwayne Wade at 3. Reggie Miller 4, because Reggie slept on. Reggie is super slept on, but you know what time it is. Like, he could have won a chip if it wasn't for the Lakers as well. He could have won a chip too.
He was doing what Curry was doing before he coming off screens, whapping threes. Come on, bro.
But with straps. He had straps too, though. He was playing defense. And another thing that Reggie goes down in history for is this fool pieced up Jordan and he pieced up Kobe, bro. He fought both of them and they didn't win. Right? Am I wrong, Jay? They didn't win. They didn't beat Reggie.
Reggie's with it. He's not playing. He's with the shits. You feel me? He has the smoke all in the fish.
Cali boy.
Bro, I'm gonna say this too. Like, if it wasn't for that Malice in the Palace incident, like, man, I think that Reggie would have got a ring. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Besides all that, he was right there neck and neck with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was Jordan's nemesis. So that's why I got Manu. I got Manu and Reggie in my top 5 because I feel like Manu was really in the West giving Kobe problems, and also Tracy McGrady. But then I feel like in the East for Jordan, Reggie was the guy giving Jordan the issue. You feel me?
And that you brought up a great point, that Malice in the Palace, because he was on that team and that team was stacked, ready to go to they were finals bound, basically. They had Ron Artest, Steven Jackson, you know what I'm saying, Reggie Miller, Jermaine O'Neal, and all them fools basically got suspended for the rest of the season. And that ruined their entire season. That was a year. I think Reggie was injured that game, but
he was.
But that led to them not making any playoff run or anything, I don't think. But But my fifth player is Tracy McGrady. He's on your list too. Just because T-Mac, he was basically like Kobe. He was like Kobe on the East. Like, every time I was watching the Lakers and then flipping over to see what the Magic were doing, just because Tracy McGrady was out there pulling. He didn't have no plays, bro. He was just dribbling up and shooting. Like, what?
Cold, bro.
Cold. And then the game, I want to say that same year, him and Kobe had a matchup. Most fire matchup I've ever seen between two players. Like, they both would.
Oh, then when Kobe dunked on the very, he dunked and he slapped the backward after he got him. Oh, that was cold.
Yeah, bro, that was a classic game. Like that. that brings back so much memories for me being younger. Like, that's what made me fall in love with basketball. Them two players right there. Like, I love Kobe, but I had I was wearing the Tracy McGrady's, bro. In 8th grade, I was rocking the Tracy McGrady's.
I could never put Tracy McGrady's on, but I respected him.
Wait a minute.
I can never do that.
What does he mean?
No, I couldn't do it.
He couldn't put on a
never had that.
He couldn't put on it. Okay, so before we get out of here, I got a couple honorable mentions. Honorable mention 2 guards on my list. We can't forget about Ray Allen. We can't forget about Ray Allen because he was up. Like, honestly, he got his rings later past his prime. But when he played for Milwaukee, he was that boy. Like, he was definitely that boy in Milwaukee. He kind of fell out of his prime a little quicker, but as far as shooting threes, big shots, clutch, Ray Allen's right there with him. Vince Carter, y'all could say, because he changed the game as well in a bunch of different ways.
James Harden.
Oh, yeah, and that's one that people don't want to give him his flowers right now, but you should, because even all 5 of the dudes we put in or however many dudes we put in our list, none of them can guard James Harden, bro. None of them can guard. None of them.
Right.
He's that.
He was. Right. He came in. He changed the game too with what he was doing with the step back 3.
Yep. And he had to get down the line.
Is Monte Ellis a 2 guard?
Monte Ellis is a 2 guard, but Jay, you better not put him in no top 5, dog.
Okay. What about Brandon Roy and Penny Hardaway? Are those guys 2 guards?
Ooh, I think Penny's like, honestly, Penny goes in that same place as like Iverson, because you could throw Iverson in the 2, you could throw Penny in the 2, but they're both kind of like, Penny was a big point guard and Iverson was a small shooting guard. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were kind of like the opposites. Like, and Penny's career wasn't long enough. I feel like he didn't have a long enough career, but he was nice when he was nice. Brandon Roy, same thing. Nice when he was nice. And no one even knows about Brandon Roy because his career with Portland was mad short, but he was giving the Lakers issues, dog. He was giving the Lakers issues, but like all good names. We love our 2 guards. And anybody who don't believe Kobe is the best 2 guard of all time, hit the comments up. It's Lakers out here. It's Lakers out here all day. Jay, anything you got to say to the fans before we get out of here? Thank you for joining me and arguing about Dwayne Wade and Iverson. Fans, let us know. Dwayne Wade or Iverson? Who's a better player? Let us know.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I always want to say, man, it's always a pleasure to be with the fans right here on the Faithful Fan Show. Also, man, check out, there's a basketball academy brewing in Texas in the Houston area called Next Play Elite. If you guys follow, subscribe, and like all the content you see on the YouTube channel, and also if you look at their Instagram and their Facebook, contact them because it's a lot of big things coming forward for not just basketball, but future athletes. So tap into them, Next Play Elite, man. Thank you very much.
Hey, you heard it from Jay. Next Play Elite out of Houston, right? Houston, Texas?
Yes, sir.
Next Play Elite. Check them out, y'all. Hey, until next time on the Faithful Fan Show. Hey, dun, 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 dun.
Rookie in the paint, going hard with the vet. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Rookie in the paint, going hard with the vet. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lines a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know believe when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the please, oh spit. Auto like free throws, Vahito. Circle loose stroke magic, rhymes over